And hello! Welcome to I'm Not Trying to Kill You. We're playing the Splintering Wheel today. We got a special bonus session because we couldn't play our other game, so we're gonna play this one. And I have four lovely people here to join me, so it's gonna be a good time. I'm excited to get to just go out into the jungle some more and just fuck some play characters up. I'm Ash. I'm gonna be the GM today. I use she, her pronouns. And I have with me four brave adventurers who I will get to do introductions for themselves. We'll start with Cammy. How you going?
I am good. I am awake. My pronouns are she, her, and squid, apparently. I am playing Arnery, who is, she's like brown-haired because it's full of gross stuff. She looks like a grad student that has had too many Red Bulls and not enough sleep. And now she has a bandage over one eye and ear because she leveled up. So that means things.
Okay. How did she level up?
By failing to look after Marlowe in the mushroom cave.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
So she got a lot of XP for fucking up a lot.
Yeah, what did you take for your leveling up?
It's called, so you know Arnery's magic finger. I've got two other magic bits, and they are her eye and her ear. And the move lets you also have hexed teeth, but I don't want to be pulling teeth out, so I'm not going to use that.
No, I don't. I'm not a fan. Okay, all right.
It's bad.
Yeah, cool. Hey DC, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing wonderful.
It's been so long since we saw you.
I know.
I missed you in the meantime.
Mutual missing. I woke up feeling fantastic this morning. Jumped out of bed like a Super Mario
ready
brother.
To face the day.
I am DC. I use he, him, or they, them pronouns. I will be playing Sparrow, the very down-to-earth thief. They use they, them pronouns. Sparrow loves to not die. Kind of the primary. Look a little fancy. And take care of the people around them. It's cool. Pretty much Sparrow's bag. Sparrow
is also confirmed cool, so that's pretty awesome.
You know it.
Yeah. Adam, how you doing?
I'm doing marvelous. Hi, chat. I'm Adam. I'm also Dark Lavender Void on the internet. I use they, them pronouns, and my character today is going to be Malcolm, who also uses they, them pronouns. And Malcolm's kind of like a bard. He or they how do I describe this? I've got this cool reverse werewolf curse sort of thing.
Reverse werewolf seems to be reverse lycanthrope it makes sense to me.
Yeah, because in sunlight or near fire or stuff, they just start to grow horns, like big buffalo horns. It's gonna be cool.
It's pretty rad.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome.
That's me.
Awesome. And finally, Darren, how are you?
Hi, I'm great. I'm Darren. I'm also known as Explosive Logorrhea on the chat. I use he, him pronouns, and I'll be playing Ro, who also uses he, him pronouns. On the subject of fire, Ro is an immolator, and thus will be bringing lots of fire to every situation and making everything so much better.
I'm so excited for this combination.
Yeah, Ro is 3 foot tall and dresses in concealing clothing. He wears a mask, and his eyes reflect light like a raccoon or something.
A tapetum lucidum sort of thing?
Yeah, exactly. Also, he has a cat-sized woodlouse as a pet.
Yes! I'm all about this. Awesome. Well, given that that we've got all that out of the way, we can zoom in on our town of Beta. I think there are strange. There are like these weird big like bulbous fruits growing on some of the like nearby bushes and things, almost looking like water balloons hanging off of the otherwise like quite woody bush, and I think we see like a bunch of like fruit flies or something just dropping dead around these, and then further into the village we hear the sound of like children playing, and we see them like picking up, like digging out what were once like cobblestones in the road, and like searching around in the dirt underneath to see if they can catch bugs to eat. We haven't seen Henri for a little while. Henri, have you been helping out around town, or have you been doing your own thing?
Depends on how much Luke's character burnt the apothecary down.
It's still got 1 progress on it. It hasn't lost progress. You don't lose progress on it. When you fuck it up, you just lose fortunes for the town. So we're currently at fortunes -2. So if you want to work on it, you're rolling at -2.
That is what I would like to work on.
Cool. Go for it. How are you helping out? What does this look like? What do we see? So like we go from like the children digging up bugs under and just like piling cobblestones on the side of the road. Okay, yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah, okay. You don't. That's pretty impressively bad.
Is it? There is a maximum the the fortunes can decrease to, right?
Yeah, -3. Yep, we're there.
There we
Got 3 little skulls there. Nice, excellent, good job.
How am I helping?
On the plus side, mark XP.
Yes. What actually got done in the last attempt on the apothecary?
So what we know about the apothecary so far is that we found the weird mushroomy things and went off on that adventure, and then Sparrow tried to build walls around the town and collapsed a building on themselves, and then Kalak attempted to dry things, I think, in the apothecary and set it on fire, but then pulled the fire into themselves to stop it getting out of control. And then they got scolded by the lady next door.
Ha! Scolded.
Oh, yeah, okay, alright, fair. So what does this look like?
I was going to use it as the reason to having the magic.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
And so I think in the process of trying to organize and recover things after the fire, I think Henri disturbs a couple of things and it all kind of tumbles down around her, all the shelves fall over and stuff, and she ends up with magical ingredients in places they shouldn't be.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So, all up in her eyes and stuff.
Yeah.
And so, to fix that, she has to do some weird horror magic, and it costs her eye.
Cool.
And then I take a debility as well, don't I?
You don't from... Oh, yes, you do. Yep. Reduce fortunes and take a debility. Yay. I feel like this is a good start. It's good omens. I'm on board.
Getting XP is always good.
Yeah, exactly. I do want to remind people that people can help each other with that roll, but but at the same time, like helping each other too much means that, like no one ever gets any XP. So I don't know. But yeah.
Yes. What ability represents missing an eye and an ear for a little bit? Where is abilities?
Abilities aren't like massive. There's abilities and there's disabilities, and they're two different things.
Yeah.
So the abilities are weakened, dazed, or miserable.
Dazed, I think.
That makes sense to me. So dazed is intelligence and wisdom.
Wisdom. Done and done.
Excellent.
Ready to fuck up some more rolls.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Cool. Well, given that everyone else is either new or was here last night, we can jump right along to our start of session move. What does anyone want to go looking for rumors?
I'll go look for some rumors.
Yeah, sure thing. Do you want to spend coin on it, or do you want to roll just your charisma?
I will spend coin for +1 forward.
Well,
Hey.
that's excellent. Very nice. What does
So,
it look like as you're like looking for these rumors?
Rumors. I think Sparrow would actually be talking to the children who are eating the fruit flies. Because if the fruit flies are dying from eating this fruit, it's probably not safe. But the kids probably saw something involving all of that.
Yep. Do you want to roll me a d12?
Yes. $11.
Ooh, interesting. They're yeah. So they're like I think you're saying like maybe yeah. Like what is it that you say to the kids?
I see you're eating the fruit flies, but the fruit flies died from eating the fruit, so I don't think you should eat those. If you saw what made the fruit this way, maybe there was a creature, maybe they appeared overnight. I've never seen these fruit before, as far as I know.
Yeah, and they're like, and then one of them's like, we're not eating them, we're storing them. And like they're storing these like fruit flies in their cheeks. We're keeping them. We're going to take them. We're going to go and take them. We're going to go and take them to the. What would they call them? They'd call them like. We're going to go and take them to the nodcaps. And then hopefully they'll give Jimble back.
Jimble? Is that one of the other kids?
You know Jimble. Jimble is a very well-meaning child, always trying to help out, and like if they see that someone's having trouble or whatever, like they're always like, "Hey, would you like to share some food?" and those sorts of things.
You said the something caps took Jimble.
And yeah, they're like, "Yup." Jimble went in a fairy ring, and then the nodcaps were like, "That's not okay," and so they took him.
The nodcaps have Jimble. Do you know which way Jimble went?
Yeah, they point in the direction that you set out last week, because there's a week between every adventure. So yeah, they like point in that vague direction. They're like, "Yeah, it's nearby." They have, and they're like, and then one of them is like, "I think they have him in the tree."
Oh, in the tree. Do you all know? Do nodcaps like melons?
And they're like, and then one of them's like, "All sorts of fruits and bugs and things." Yeah.
Fruits and bugs. Okay. Thank you. And I'm gonna scruff them on the head.
Yeah, and they go back to stuffing the things, and they're like, and yeah, they're like, they're like, you should take some too, just in case.
Just in case.
They're like, and like they hold it out for you to like, they're gonna put it in, like put some like flies in your mouth for you.
I'm going to pull one of the
Yeah, excellent, cool. Yeah. So yeah, in the direction that like you're pretty sure you've encountered a nodcap. So yeah.
Last time wasn't so good.
Not great, no.
This time I have mouth flies.
Yes, excellent. Good job, team. Does anyone else want to roll for rumors, or do we want to set out?
I think with the mention of bugs and fruit, this is a good time for Ro to enter, because in lieu of an actual blacksmith, he has the ability to heat up metal and just sort of fix it and join it together. So people tend to dump their broken metal stuff at the base of his tree, and he just scurries down and fixes them. They do tend to end up looking kind of lumpy, though.
Yeah.
Because he's doing everything by hand, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to spend a coin on this. Let's see. Oh,
that's a part rumor. Cool. So, let me have a look on here. I think which one do I want to use? Someone has left at the base of your tree a silver cup that appears to have like been like struck in twain down, like it's a chalice, and straight down the middle it's been like cleaved into two, all cracked and jagged, and it has been like tied up with a ribbon, like a really pretty beautiful ribbon that like you know is not the sort of thing you would find in town, and it's been tied together and left at the base of your tree, along with I think sweets, not like hard sweets, I think like kind of like little mochi, in like little bits of like the rice paper that you can eat. So yeah, like little mochi have been left next to this broken silver cup.
I think Ro takes the ribbon off and ties it to his pet around her little antenna. It's a little bow. Yeah. Then he'll probably just fix the cup, you know, heating up his hands and running them along the sides.
If you were to keep it, you would know that like silver cups are good for like making sure that water is safer to drink than it would otherwise be.
Sure, but I think with the job done, I'm gonna try and find who left it.
Yeah, I mean, no one in town is. Everyone in town is like, they don't know who it belongs to, but they're happy to like. They're like, well, I'll take it if you don't want this like weird silver cup. But no one in town knows, like literally, no one has seen this thing before.
Well, they can't just take it; it's not theirs.
Yeah, but like everyone's like, do you know whose it is? No, well, I'll have it if you don't want it. Like,
no, that's Ro's gonna hold on to that.
Yeah,
it's a fancy cup.
Yep. Yeah, it was left under your tree in the middle of the night. Cool. All right.
Sounds like a nodcap trick.
Who knows? Cool. Anyone else want to do a thing, or are we good? How are we feeling?
I want to dig around, go see my grandparents.
Yeah,
and
right.
Talk to them, see if we can find some rumors.
Mhm.
So, my grandparents have the same curse that I have.
Yeah.
And the way we kind of get around that is we all wear like head to toe colorful veils to like reflect light outward.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. I think Malcolm's veil is like this bright orange color.
Mm-hmm.
And we also, so that we can see each other face to face, we keep our houses like pretty dark.
Yeah.
And then remove the veil, leave it at the door, and then like have conversations and stuff.
Yep. Cool. Roll that charisma.
Cool.
Nice.
That's a 9.
Excellent. Cool.
That's pretty good.
Part of a rumor. I think that there was, I think that they tell you that I think they tell you like a story from their youth, that there was a fountain of a great beast of burden. One of them is like, no, it was definitely an elephant. No, it was like, no, it was an ox, right? Like there's that like little bickering between them. But yeah, this great beast of burden was like this famous fountain, and it was said that like drinking the water like at the start of a marriage or the start of a pregnancy or those sorts of things would like bring fortune to that endeavor, and then and they're like talking about how like people would venture from like Beta down to like this ruined village that had the thing in it, and then they were like, and then some fool went and asked for like went and like drank it on the start of like a new like business venture, hoping for profit, and then it all went downhill and no one's been there since, is what they say. It kind of like like corrupted it, made it a thing that was no longer what it was.
Mm-hmm. So I say, I understand. Thanks. Bye.
Cool. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Cammy, did you want to search for rumors or do you want to head out?
I will coast along with these clowns.
Sounds great. So, in that case, who is leading this group? And where are you going?
Where are we going is a good question.
What do you look like as you set out of town?
I think that we should go to where we headed last week, where I saw the nodcaps and almost got my eye taken out.
That seems reasonable.
If everyone else is okay with that, I think nodcaps are probably
flavor of the day.
I mean, they do
did
have a
steal
child.
Kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's kind of high on my priority list.
Does seem pressing. Cool, excellent. So you will need 1 progress to make it to the place where the children said you could find the nodcaps. Cool. So where am I? Undertaking a perilous journey. So you roll. If you have folklore and hearsay to guide you, take +1 forward. If you have been there before, +2 forward. You haven't technically been there before, DC, because you've been nearby, but not to the actual location. If you have a map, roll +intelligence. So I think you're rolling 2d6 +1.
I also have Earthbound.
Yes, you
Is this-
do.
Is this perilous?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. It's like you like anytime we're doing the travel move, you have that.
All right. So 2d6 plus 2.
Yeah. You're good at this shit.
That's pretty good.
9.
9. Awesome. Do you want to make a discovery but no progress, or make a progress but only if you overcome a danger first?
I love danger.
Okay, cool. I love danger. I mean, I feel like the danger here is like obvious in that like as you're like walking, you're like hearing the sounds of like the like crackles and snaps of like walking through the underbrush and like stepping on sticks and twigs and things. And then I think you hear a twang. Right, as if like something that was taut has been stepped on and snapped. What do, team?
Ruh-roh.
I think a twang and then a like something moving through the air. Something moving through the air.
Everybody duck.
Yep.
Cool. That sounds like you are struggling as one. So, where is that? Struggle as one. When you're doing something together, everyone seems to be rolling dexterity, I think. Cool.
I think that
Makes sense, right?
Yep. 9. Good. Great. Good. Excellent.
Okay.
And Ro? Oh, friend. Yeah, okay. No one got a 10 plus to help out. So that means that Ro goes up in the air in a net. Everyone else manages to like, so this net on a like a with like a stone tied to it just swings past and like wraps itself around Ro, and then like the stone goes past and like wraps itself around like a tree, so that Ro is like bundled up inside the thing, inside this net, and you hear movement in the trees around you.
I don't mean to be a bother, but could somebody get me out of this thing?
I can do that. I'm good with traps. I'm in my element.
Sounds good.
And I think that we're in trouble, so let's try and... Oh, someone take these flies while I'm doing this trap. If they show up, we need something.
I think Malcolm can probably take the flies.
Yeah, so like, yeah, you go to like cut your friend down, but as you're like getting close, I think you see a nodcap like standing above the. So yeah, this little figure in probably about 10 inches tall, in a dirty white canvas shift with a conical dirty white canvas hat. Like covering most of their head, their eyes just peeking out from underneath it. Like stands above, is like on the bough of the tree above your friend, above Ro, and is like ready with a spear in hand, just like ready to strike. And like you have this moment of deja vu.
Noble Nodcap, friend of a friend, we've brought you delicious fruit flies from our town.
That sounds like a parlay.
Please.
They'll do what you ask, but you need some concrete assurance of what you promised right now. So do you hand over the fruit flies?
I like half of them.
Oh.
We might need some more later.
I mean, it can only probably carry a quarter of them, right? Like it's tiny. Okay. Yeah, like as much as it can carry, and you can see it. You hold it out, and it's like you can see its eyes light up, and it's like and it like snatches these flies out and like backs up and like goes like backs up behind a leaf and is just gone. Yeah, and you
Also-
hear and like there's a little bit of like like the sound of like tiny discussion in the tree. But you can cut your friend down easily enough.
All right. We're gonna let Ro down.
Yeah, Ro,
I'm gonna look back
you're
at everyone.
cut free and you fall as elegantly as possible from the net.
Just watch your eyes. They're really the main focus of their attacks. So just be careful of that. I think we're okay so far.
Yeah, it looks like we've been totally fine.
I think after a moment, another one of these creatures appears from like behind, from like behind a toadstool or something at your feet. This one I think has something like drawn on its hat, like some kind of like strange little rune or symbol, just like drawn in permanent marker or something, just like. And it comes out and is and like points up at is it Adam is it Malcolm that's carrying most of the flies still?
Mm-hmm.
Points up at Malcolm and yeah, like in a gesture of like demand.
Mm-hmm. This is a part of our deal, Sparrow, right?
Flies for the location of the smaller than S one.
Yeah, it like it like like gives you a little nod and a little grunt.
So I kneel on my knees and I kind of like let my veil out as almost like a picnic blanket almost, but like it only goes out for like maybe like a foot or so.
Yeah.
But you know, size differences and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And the flies
Yeah.
are all there.
Yeah, it like and like like a half dozen of these things, like just emerge from like behind things as if they'd been hiding behind things that were impossibly thin and all those things, just like peeking out from behind behind grass blades and things like that. And and they all come and like help themselves, and there's like bickering among them about who gets which flies and how many and all of these sorts of things. And like apparently you had a wasp in there, like a dead wasp in there that you hadn't realized, and like there's a big discussion about who gets the wasp and how many flies it's worth and like all of these sorts of things. And they're like they're like suddenly like all holding some, and then they just all scamper, and then the one with the like, and some of them have other things like written on their hats in like strange little like weird chicken scratch runes and like from an audience perspective we're like, that's definitely like Sharpie that they're written in, but the one that like seems to be in command, like once they all have like scampered, it's like duh, and like just points off in and like once it's pointed out to you, I think you can see a path like through the forest that is where it's like, instead of being like random brush and things, it's actually like kind of been gardened almost, but in a very like naturalistic way, to make a very pleasant like path for someone who is like not tall, right? Like a child would have a pleasant time walking down this path, seeing like flowers and fruits and things like that, and like mushrooms and stuff. You as like larger than children people will need to be careful not to like if you don't want to like crush any elements of the gardening, you would need to be careful. But yeah, like you're like, oh, there's like a path down there that like leads away into the like darker bits of the forest.
I think
from the path, I think you can hear the sound of all of these little figures like running up it. Like, you know, some of them are like cheering to themselves, and some of them are like you know, grumbling or whatever. But they're all like as they're like heading down that direction. But you can't see them.
Do we think they will be very upset if we disturb the path?
That sounds like a spout law, or read the situation. I mean, the way you've phrased that is a spout law. What do you know about nodcaps?
Nothing.
Not much. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Does someone want to help?
Yeah, I would love to help, because I know all about strange creatures and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can help with intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you bump that up to 7 to 9, but you put yourself at like risk or danger.
I like it.
Generally, the rule of thumb with these things is like, don't, like, they're fairies. Don't do deals with them. Don't like eat anything that they offer to you, because that's a deal. You're like accepting a favor from them, so they'll expect a favor back. Like if they offer you something, you are entering into a deal, which is you know, can be trouble. And if you and in the same way, if you break it, you bought it, right? Like if you break something of theirs, if you interrupt the part, like the dance, right? All of those sorts of things are considered to be like slights and repayable. So that's kind of the rule for Fey folk. And you're pretty sure, and like you don't know 100%, but you're pretty sure these are Fey. Because of their little disappearing act.
So, do Henri and I, does our spout lore kind of look like...
I was going to ask you that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm also kind of asking Henri too, so I have to like ask that question. Does it kind of look like we're both coming like with... I have some of the information and you have the other half of the information, and together we get all of it together?
No, I think Henri's just wrong. In that Horu, who is the warden that she kind of serves, is of the overgrowth. Like, so the tended path doesn't matter much to her. Mm-hmm. And so you're like, no.
You being wrong gives me an opportunity to correct you.
Yeah.
Do I still get XP even though...
Not if you've been helped up. Yep. Alright, so, what do? I think
do we have to defy danger to get through this tiny path?
If you're trying not to crush anything, yes. Unless you are small. So I think Ro, can do that. Is it Ro?
Yeah, Ro is real tiny.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you don't have to defy danger to move along this path. And like from your perspective, as you walk along it, it's like really beautifully shaped. Like is that thing of like, you know, when you're in the difference between like walking down a path, walking down a street versus like seeing it from above, where it's like not set up for that eye level. So yeah, from your perspective, it's beautiful. There are like all of these like bluebells and snapdragons and all of these sorts of things. And I think like probably I think there are probably also some like big, like more tropical flowers as well. I think the other thing is so it's like bluebells, snapdragons, and some kind of like pitcher plant that smells like it contains some kind of like delicious like sweet nectar. You're muted, DC.
Definitely do not eat that, anyone.
And Ro leans back halfway from, tipping that pitcher plant into his mouth.
Cool. Sounds like 3 of you are struggling as one.
I think so.
Yes.
Oh no.
DC, buddy.
Oh no.
Yeah. You're like, Ro is about to like drink from this pitcher plant, and you're like, no, and you snatch it out, and like step back, and you just hear the sound of like, it's the soft crunch of like, stepping on a toadstool or something. And you just like look down, and you've crushed this toadstool, and like you notice the others around it, and it probably were not naturally they weren't naturally spotted. They'd been like painted or marked to be like spotted to make it them more visually appealing. And yeah, this one's
Been like coloured in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they coloured in mushrooms.
People who garden are probably the most angry people in the world when it comes to the garden being disrupted.
Yeah.
And so immediately Sparrow is patting themselves down for like a fly if there's anything left. Just like leave some payment, maybe even a coin actually.
If you want to leave a coin, you're welcome to.
Alright. Sparrow's gonna leave a coin, but they're going to polish
it to be shiny. Yeah, cool, excellent. Well, we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, eventually you make your way into this part of the woods, and yeah, it's in the like I think normally if you were here during like the late afternoon, or like if you were here in the afternoon or morning, not during the middle of the day, it would be much more ominous because like it's like in a valley. You've headed down into a valley, so like the sun gets like sets and rises early, sets early and rises late. But you're here in the middle of the day, so this tree that like that appears to have like cleared the space around it stands like lit in sunlight. It kind of like coming out from the dark of this like heavy bit of wood, the stark white of the like of this dead tree's bark in the sunlight is like kind of like stunning and blinding for a moment. The tree is bare of leaves, but is covered in many other like decorations. There's like some tinsel and like baubles and like little bits of like dried gourds, and you can see that there's like a hollow about a foot up from the like the trunk of the tree. And all about the base near the hollow are like melons and fruits and flies and things. And then there's a little ladder up to the hollow made out of like sticks and maybe like a pencil and like, you know, so just things that are stick-like that have been like lashed together with like little bits of twine or little bits of like vine and things to make this little ladder for people to get up into the thing. And I think the sound of like little tiny argument, right, goes silent as soon as you step into the like clearing around this tree, with its colorful decorations, but devoid of actual growth. It's probably like, in my head I've got like it's a ghost gum. It's a big old dead ghost gum. For those who aren't familiar with that, it's they're like a stark white, very very large eucalyptus. And what's the plan? And is that totally that thing of like, also all the birds go silent at the same time, right? Like as soon as you step into the clearing.
Malcolm, if you have any knowledge of what this is and how we should approach, now would be the time.
Oh, I can detect magic.
That sounds good.
That'd be
My
helpful too.
second sight granted to me by Horu,
Mm-hmm.
I will have a look around for magic-y things.
Yeah, cool. Do you need to roll for that, or do you just get to like...
No, it's just a cantrip.
Yeah, in which case there's magic fucking everywhere here. Like, this whole tree is just like got... like when with your magic sight, some of the decorations are enchanted. Some of the there are some decorations that you can't see. In fact, probably like a bunch of them you can't see without your magic sight. And the tree itself definitely has some kind of enchantment on it.
Is the hollow in the tree some sort of strange magic portal?
The tree definitely has some kind of enchantment on it. Do you want to roll Discern Realities?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Do that. Or Spout Lore if you think you want to just be like, that tree's a magic portal.
See, that's probably what I'm doing. And then Henri is like actually like discerning realities.
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
just like standing at the edge of the clearing saying things.
Yep. Wow, Cammy. I mean, like... Yep. Is that... You're rolling Spout Lore? Malcolm?
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
rolling Spoutler.
Cool.
Right, that
In
is
which
a,
case...
that is a discern reality.
Yeah, I saw your Discern Realities. Yeah.
Actually,
Is
Marcus-
Malcolm helping me?
No.
Or
No, they're doing a different move. So you mark XP. Good job. Malcolm, I think you can like take one look at this and know that that it is like not a single like what this is has been built out of all of the decorations and all of the little bits, adding just like layer upon layer of enchantment in some way. You're like, oh yeah, this isn't just like one person did a thing. It's definitely, yeah, like the result of many small things, kind of added up over time. Cammy, you're pretty sure that that like your magic-y eyes, you're like, I can't quite see inside the hollow. You're pretty sure that means that it's a portal to another place.
that makes a lot of sense.
does
I'm gonna
anybody
take
ask? Oh, do you want me to go first?
You go first.
Okay, thank you. Does anybody ask Malcolm to be less enigmatic about what they say?
Not me.
You seem to know what you're
everyone's,
about.
everyone's fine with the mystery.
I'm going to take this opportunity to make a dog brother, just in case.
Yeah, sure. You can't do that
Why not?
because Dog Brother is not. You don't have the bones of Dog Brother anymore.
Yeah, I got him to come with me out of the mushroom cave.
Did you?
Fairly sure I did.
Okay. All right. Sure. Well, then, if that's the case, then like,
Okay.
I wanna. Does anyone who was? I'm just gonna turn to my companion here. Emily, was Dog Brother? Did Dog Brother come out of the cave?
I don't feel like Dog Brother came out. I remember you doing this whole thing about how you'd have to go back there to see.
Yeah, you'd have to go back and get Dog Brother.
I just don't know whether we resolved it, but I'm pretty sure that's where I left off.
Yeah. I think that's.
We should check the VODs.
Yeah, we should check the VODs.
I can check the VODs.
Emily's going to check the VODs
To the VODs!
to let us know.
Continue.
Yeah. We'll keep going. Emily's going to check the VODs for us.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, because I do think that was a thing that was like the question of what gets left and what gets brought was an important question for that cave encounter. So yes. So yes, if what's everyone else doing in the meantime? What do you say, Malcolm? That's like
I think I'm like describing how complex the thing is, and like if anybody ever tries to like get me to like break it down, I'm just like going to give answers like, well, sure, I could probably, but where would I begin? And then like if anybody tries to help and is just like, well, what about this one? And then
it just kind of devolves
just
into
like seem confused,
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Neat. All right. What's Ro doing during this time while people are like coming up with strange theories and getting their googly eyes on?
I think Ro has found one of the little Fae that's more around the edges. Maybe one of the more curious ones, and he's bent down real low, and he's looking it right in its eyes.
Okay, cool. It takes it's going to try and steal one of your teeth out of your face. What do?
I think Ro is just gonna, let it.
Cool. Roll defy danger with Constitution. The great thing here is that you're rolling with Constitution, but like, yeah, cool. So that means that you have a tooth that is rotten and loose enough that it comes free easily. Like, it's like a reverse Constitution win. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. It just like snatches it out of you and like looks up at you, it's trying to work out if it's safe to run with its prize. You know, that thing of like, yeah, if it's safe to run or if it should like back away slowly.
I think Ro is like gonna pat it on the head gently, but he did gaze intensely into somebody's eyes.
Yes.
So that triggers give me fuel, give me fire. So what fuels the flame of their desire?
I forgot that this was a move. They are hedonistic. They like things that are pretty, that they like things that are pleasant to their senses, whether that's taste or smell or vision or sound or touch. They're very enamored with anything that can give them that. You notice that they have like that their eyes and their they have like big eyes and like, you know, under their hats quite large round ears and like big hands with which to feel. Their mouths and noses and their noses are quite large as well. So yeah, like they're very much want to like, you know, have a pleasant sensation. And they are, yeah, like that is, they don't give a fuck about how they get it.
Okay, so Ro is going to kind of back towards the group and say, I'm a little worried about just standing here.
Okay, the dog did
Was not
return.
completely under Ari's control.
Cool.
It's returned.
Yep. Cool. Thank you very much, Emily. Sorry, Ro, what was that?
He's going to back towards the group and say, I feel a little tense about staying here. They're not very friendly, I don't think.
There's like a whistle like through your like missing tooth when you pronounce the S.
Are you missing a tooth?
Oh yeah, it happens all the time.
Okay.
They grow back. They grow back, right?
I just love the image of the little nodcap like rubbing the the like smoothness of the tooth on their face and then like running away.
Well, we have what Malcolm says is a magic portal in front of us.
No, Henry says it's a portal.
Oh yeah, Henri
magic.
says the portal is magic.
Malcolm just
Oh,
says
Henry
it's
says the portal.
Malcolm seems to say that the tree is complicated.
Oh, it's.
It's got
Thank you.
feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I think the question is, do we stay or do we go?
I have an idea. Henri reaches. Can I approach the tree and like? How high up is the hollow?
Okay, so as you start, so Henri, are you approaching the tree?
Yes.
Okay, so as you start approaching the tree, you look up at it and get this weird sense of vertigo, as if it's like just towering above you. What do you want to like try and collect yourself, or you like? Do you want to try and like get rid of the vertigo, or just power through it?
I would like to power through it.
Cool, excellent. Can you please? Actually, no, that's fine. You can do that. So by the time, so there's this weird thing where like Henri's like walking towards the tree, and like things get smaller as they move away. Things that are further away from you are smaller. That happens a lot with Henri. It seems like by the time she gets to the tree, she's like, you're like, wait, maybe that tree is really fucking huge and just in the distance. Because by the time that Henri gets there, she looks like she's like maybe a foot tall.
Wow. Okay.
I'm gonna follow Henri.
Yeah.
Malcolm, is this what you meant by complicated?
It just frowns under the veil you can't see, and then follows Sparrow and Henri.
So you all have this same experience of like, as you get closer to the tree, it seems to just be like towering and looming over you. Does anyone want to, rather than like power through and get to the tree, like stop and like just try and center themselves? Is that like prioritize that over getting to the tree?
Yes, I would like to.
Cool. That sounds like
Sparrow definitely wants to have their wits about them before walking through the portal.
So yeah. In which case, there is a danger here, and it is the like tree perspective vertigo thing. How are you defying it? What does that look like?
I think in this situation, Sparrow doesn't have any particular skills that help, so it's more so of trying to center themselves.
Yeah, cool.
I think this is magic. Magical things make the world spin round. So, hold yourself together.
All right. Well, sounds like you're defying danger with wisdom.
Oh yeah, let's hope.
Very nice. Excellent.
12.
Yeah, you get your shit together. You're like, okay, that tree is just a tree. It can only really be so big. It would be silly for it to be getting bigger as I get closer. So yeah, you like close your eyes and you take a step forward and you like kind of center yourself and you just kind of like look straight ahead. You don't look at anything around you, and you like walk towards the tree. And by the time you get there, all of your friends are about a feet tall and you're not. About a foot tall and you're not.
I'm normal size.
You're normal size, yes.
So to us, Sparrow is huge.
Yes, Sparrow is like gigantic.
Sparrow just looks down at all of them.
Like, Sparrow, you could just step into the hollow. Everyone else would have to use the little ladder.
So Sparrow's going to just say, everyone, just hop in.
I was.
I'll put you up, and then I'll hop in after you.
I was. Instead, what if we scout the hollow first? And Henri reaches under her bandage and pulls out her eye and gives it to Sparrow.
It's so small.
I think like maybe
It's like the size of not like a pea. Yeah, like a pea.
I think like maybe Malcolm's about to step onto like Sparrow's ring finger or something, and then like
You're a
there's
foot
like
tall,
an eye
so
that
like
goes.
like Malcolm could carry like one person in each hand, right?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Like the
sorry,
size of
Sparrow could.
a large doll.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah. I think on given the like the handing over of the tiny eye, I think that's a good place to take a break. And like just like Sparrow being like, what the fuck is going on? Like, all right, we will be back in a minute, chat. Back soon.